Who is the person that changed your life, and how did they change it? The person who changed my life was my third grade teacher, Mrs. Johnson. One day, the whole class was getting ready for the spelling bee, but I felt so nervous that I was convinced I would do terribly. I gave up and decided not to participate. Mrs. Johnson heard me and came up to me, put her hand on my shoulder and said, "You can do it." She believed in me when I had absolutely no faith in myself. She asked me if anything was wrong, and, as if understanding precisely what I needed to hear, she said, "What makes you so great is your ability to spell. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise." Mrs. Johnson encouraged me throughout the process, helping me build confidence and allowed me to take a risk without judgment or criticism. She showed up at the spelling bee and sat beside me with a huge cheer ready for when the word came out of my mouth correctly. When the competition ended, Mrs. Johnson hugged me tightly and said how proud she was of me for competing despite never entering before. She made sure I knew that taking risks is often scary, but always worth it in the end because it allowed us to learn from ourselves and experience growth that could never happen otherwise. Thanks to her gentle words of encouragement, Mrs.